Hey everyone, today's video is going to be an ALDI Christmas taste test. If you've not seen my last video, I did a haul of everything that I picked up, shared the prices and things like that, and then in today's video I'm going to be taste testing them for you, letting you know my thoughts, letting you know what I enjoy, letting you know if there's anything that you should avoid this Christmas, and generally just having a good time eating a lot of good Christmas food. So I think I'm going to start by trying the party food because that is still warm and I don't want it to get cold. So I've got a few different things to try. I think I'm going to start with the vegetable wontons. So there's a green Thai curry flavour and a red Thai curry flavour. I'm going to start with the red one, I think. That definitely has a lot of flavour. It really reminds me of the fusion skewers that they do at ALDI as well, that I tried last year. This is not too spicy. It's got like a slight heat at the back of my throat, but if you don't like spicy foods, I think you'd like this still. Really, really, really flavourful. Every time I have any sort of like green or red curry, I always think I'm going to enjoy it more than I do. So I'm not convinced that I really love red Thai curry that much. So I feel like that's probably why I'm not enjoying this as much as I thought I would. I don't know why. Every time I like see anything Thai curry flavoured, I'm like, yeah, I'd love that. And then I try it and I'm like, maybe I don't love that as much as I think I'm going to love it. I think it's like the lemongrass flavour maybe, but really flavourful. It's got a bit of an interesting texture, like the filling is very soft, the casing is like very crunchy, but overall I would say that's pretty good. I would give it like a 7 out of 10. And then I imagine the green one is going to be quite similar. That one definitely has more spice than the red one, like a significantly more amount of spice. That is pretty spicy, although I don't have the best spice tolerance. But if you don't like spicy food, I wouldn't eat those ones. Flavour wise, again, really flavourful. I probably enjoy it more than the red one, I would say, but overall I feel like for party food and for something like a little bit different on the table, these are definitely a win. I think I would give the green ones maybe like a 7.5 out of 10. And then the other party food bits are from the vegetable Oriental selection. Probably should have brought the box with me to film because I actually have no idea what any of these things are. But I'm going to start with this one. That's definitely got some sort of like black bean filling in it. It's definitely heavier on the pastry than it is on the filling, although maybe I just need to eat a little bit further down, but that tastes really, really good. I'm then gonna go for this one. That tastes so familiar to me, but I have no idea why. But again, tastes really good. It almost tastes like lentil-y. I don't know if it has lentils in it, I would be surprised if it did, but it's definitely like a very soft texture in the middle, quite similar to the wontons I tried, but again, tastes good, and that one's not spicy at all. And then finally this one. ALDI have definitely nailed their flavours this year. Like, all of them taste so flavourful, really good. They all have very like distinct flavours as well. It's not like they've put the same filling in 3 different shapes. I feel like I can't pick a favourite between the 3 of them, but overall I would maybe give it another like 7.5 out of 10. I think if I was just going to get one of the boxes, I would get the vegetable selection because then you have more choice. I think the flavours are more to like everyone's palate, although that might not be true. I feel like this one, the green one, would definitely be too spicy for some people. The 3 from the vegetable selection are definitely like a lot more mild, but they have so much flavour. It's not like they're mild and tasteless. They have a lot of flavour going on, like really garlicky. The black bean one has like a distinct black bean taste. I don't know. Really good. I think overall happy with those. I'm definitely going to enjoy the rest that are in my freezer. The other savoury thing that I picked up to try is what I mentioned in the haul as the thing that I'm most excited about, and that is this vegan antipasti selection. So there's some vegan cheese, which is garlic and chives flavour, there's some tomato and herb breadsticks, and then there's also some sun-dried tomatoes and olives. So gonna have to give everything a go. I think I'm gonna start with the olives because I might not like these and then I can take the taste away with the other things. Also, I feel like this is like the least exciting thing in the box because most people have had like olives and sun-dried tomatoes before. I think the cheese and the breadsticks are like a little bit more exciting. Yeah, I mean, it's a good olive. I can't believe those words are coming out of my mouth. Like a year ago, if I'd eaten an olive, I would have winced. I would have gagged. It would have been a bad time. But yeah, it tastes like an olive. It doesn't taste bad. I'm gonna try one of the breadsticks. Those remind me of the pizza crackers that you can buy, or like the pizza crisps. The flavouring is very similar, where it's like tomato and herb. But again, tastes great, no complaints. This definitely smells pretty strong. I know that that is the kind of cheese that a lot of people would not like. Me personally, I'm not fussy, I quite enjoy that. I think like the Cheese brand of cheese can be like quite divisive, but I don't mind. I think that tastes good. I think this is a really good selection. I think if you're having someone round and you just want some nibbles and they're vegan and you don't want to have to like look at various different packages and work out what they can and can't have, this would be a really good option. It makes it really easy. I feel like people would enjoy it for the most part. And who doesn't love like antipasti? Honestly, I could live off like antipasti, tapas, anything along those sorts of lines. Like any sort of picky foods is my sort of jam. So I'd give that like an 8 out of 10. The final savoury item that I've got to try are these beetroot, apple and chilli crackers. I should have really, oh actually I was just going to say I should have brought some cheese from the fridge to try with these, but I have cheese from that Antipasti selection box, so that works out very well. I feel like visually these would work really well on a cheese board or like a charcuterie board. They don't have a strong smell. I'm not really getting beetroot or apple or chilli vibes from this at all. I mean, they taste nice, they definitely have a nice flavour, but it kind of just tastes like a plain cracker to me. Again, the texture is like any other cracker. I would give them maybe like a 5 out of 10. I mean, they taste absolutely fine, but for the price, I don't think they're worth it. I think you can get other crackers for cheaper that have more flavour. Like the rosemary and I think it's garlic crackers that you can get from Asda are so good, or like the salt and pepper ones are good. This just tastes really bland. I'm not really getting anything from it. I think it would look really pretty on a cheese board, so if you're going for visuals, pick this up, but I don't think this is really anything exciting. Moving on to the sweet things, I've got these vegan salted caramel truffles to try. I'm intrigued to know whether or not these are like individually wrapped or if they're just all as they are. Okay, so they're all as they are in this little bag. I feel like you get a pretty decent amount. Look at that caramel. Oh my goodness. Gosh, they are such a treat. These would make such good gifts. I feel like they taste really like expensive, and I'm pretty sure this box was like £3. Definitely worth the money. I feel like getting the liquid caramel in a vegan chocolate is not super common. I know that like Nomo do the chocolate bar with caramel in it, but I feel like when they brought that out, it was like a fairly new thing. So the fact that ALDI have brought out like liquid caramel truffles is pretty amazing. The chocolate as well tastes really good. It's really good quality chocolate. It's also fair trade, which is nice. Yeah, I'm so impressed with them. Wow. I mean, I probably couldn't eat more than 1 or 2 because I don't really have a huge sweet tooth, but they taste so good. And like the cocoa on the outside is such like a distinct truffle taste that I feel like I've not had in such a long time. Eating that like brought me back to eating regular truffles. Like I don't think anyone would know that they're vegan. You could definitely give them to someone who's not vegan and they wouldn't notice. They just taste so good. I feel like I'm gonna be dreaming about these truffles. They also had like an orange flavoured truffle, so I feel like I'm gonna have to go back and pick those up as well, because if they're as good as these ones, they're gonna be pretty good. I love chocolate orange. I would maybe give these like a 9 out of 10. And then the final item I've got to try is this peanut brittle. This is literally just sugar and peanuts, so I'm slightly nervous about this. It's literally like all stuck in a solid lump, even though it is cut into pieces, so that's already making me nervous about my teeth. Okay, that's not actually as chewy as I was expecting it to be. I feel like the number of peanuts helps because they're a lot softer. It's not actually like a huge amount of caramel. I thought it was going to be the type that like you're chewing and you're chewing and you're chewing and it just doesn't disappear because it's like so sticky, but it's definitely like an okay thing to eat. You're not going to pull out, well, you potentially could pull out some fillings, but it's not so bad. Flavour wise, it doesn't really have a whole lot of flavour. I would have liked more salt in this, I think, but that might be just where I'm like a salty versus a sweet person. Definitely tastes like peanuts. It definitely tastes like sugar, which makes sense with them being the main 2 ingredients, but some like flaked salt on the top I feel like would really help. I think this is probably just like not really my thing. I would give it a 6 out of 10 maybe. Some people would probably love this. Me personally, I would much rather reach for like a bag of crisps or one of those truffles if I was having something sweet. I know that peanut brittle is like some people's jam, so if you know anyone that loves peanut brittle, I'm sure they would love this one. It's pretty standard, but overall not something I'd pick up again. So that is everything I picked up to try from ALDI. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you found any vegan things in ALDI that you think are worth trying. I honestly think there's so much more there that I missed, so I might have to do another trip before Christmas. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.